To me, talks about that bubble of air. If you're in the bubble.
Oh, trouble, turn 4.
Oh,
One
no.
car hard in the wall, Kurt Busch.
Oh, no.
Kurt looked like he might have been turned. That thing just went straight on into the outside wall.
Oh, yeah, look at it step out.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah. Wow. Big time.
Straightened Jimmie out, and he kept going, but unfortunately it was at the expense of the 41 of Kurt Busch.
Did you see that 48 car, though? He was going to spin out.
I think he was definitely going to spin out.
Nice job by Austin Dillon to miss Kurt Busch. He slides to a halt. Let's ride along with Jimmie Johnson.
Junior, I know.
Kurt Busch.
Oh. Nothing he could do.
If your handle's going away a little bit, tires are going away a little bit, is it easier to run up high?
Whoa,
no.
trouble. One car slides to the inside. It's Johnson for the second time. And that
just snapped around.
Will likely put him out of this race for the 6th straight year.
Oh, yeah.
You got to think now that all the hindered teams are looking at this. He's on the bottom here, and he's going to get tight. We're deep into the run. He's probably got a lot of wheel in it.
Just steps out.
Yeah,
it just all by itself.
And you know, when you've got your teammate outside of you, the last guy you want to get into is your teammate. So you could tell he was really trying to keep it off the 24 of Chase Elliott, and the round it came.
But listen, guys, everything's happening off turn 4. Everything seems to happen off that turn for some reason.
And right in that transition as
let's look at this from the Goodyear blimp. Down on the inside, second car from the back.
He's right back here. I mean, he's up on the straightaway almost when that car comes around.
But it's a lot like what Junior said. He was so far back in the pack. There's just very little air to put downforce on that car. And so any amount of wheel coming over that transition, the back just comes right around.
Right here. You're coming out of the corner onto the flat.
Another thing to think about too, Jeff, is that being on the inside, is he lacking a lot of side force?
McMurray and that 42 car of Kyle Larson and that 78 car, they have been pushing and banging on each other. Woo!
We know the one car doesn't have tires.
Trouble, turn 3. Yep. One car up in the wall. Truex.
So he made there was a late move there going into turn 3, and there was contact.
Like Busher, did he get into that?
He was involved. As the caution waves yet again.
They were just so bottled up right there, and I mean, the one car and the 70, a whole bunch were just banging and pushing on each other pretty hard.
But as Harvick made that move, he got to the inside and started, getting the momentum of the other car going backwards. It looked like Truex just tried to go in there.
Now this is from the Goodyear blimp. Martin Truex, the red car right in the middle. Yep.
Oh, right in the middle. That's where I thought. Too many red cars. So you see him. You see the one up here, McMurray. He's wobbling around. Here's the 4 of Harvick behind him. Harvick goes to the bottom.
Truex comes down
across the nose.
He just wasn't clear of the 42.
Yeah, but that's where the action was. I mean, there was some movement right there that was a little bit suspicious to me.
And he catches Busher. Right edge of your screen.
Truex tries to follow Harvick through there, and it just wasn't quite enough room.
Just by a couple inches, but that's all it takes at that point in the corner.
Clipped that 37 as he went by.
Let's ride with Kyle Larson.
Yeah, Truex seen the one car holding everybody up as far as backing up through the field. He didn't want no part of that. He wanted to get down, follow that 4 car, and that's the risk you got to take.
And Larson, he was in a good position. He saw that 4 car come down, and he was going to get a big shove and gain some momentum from that track.
Easy, low, stay up.
Looked like a little contact on the left side as well, the 42 of Kyle Larson.
There's a possibility right here.
Here comes. Can he do anything
Better cut
with
him
it?
off.
Oh, we got a crash. We've got cars out of control here.
Logano
Gather back up. Oh, no. The 11 car's out of control off of 2. So
Got hit again.
No contact.
And here they come to the line.
Wow.
Man.
Denny Hamlin keeps going. Watch the 11, Denny Hamlin at the front.
Going down in turn 1 here, and here comes the 2. He just cuts him. Got that momentum going down the hill. A little late on the 11, closing the door.
11 just gets behind on the wheel here.
Yep.
No other hard contact after that. All those guys did a great job.
And great heads-up move by Logano, knowing to go wide and get by him on the outside.
Logano straightened it up, but then collected Austin Dillon.
Little contact between him and 3. Yeah, he went around again.
But kept going.
Kyle Busch and Paul Menard on the racetrack. Kenseth got shuffled
Oh,
all the way.
trouble. 55's around.
Oh, Reed Sorensen head
man.
on into the infield retaining wall, and that's Corey LaJoie slipping past. He may have gotten into the back of Reed Sorensen as they battled for position.
Heavy impact by C. Reed moving around inside the car. That's a good sign.
Combatants in the upper right.
Close racing at this point.
Coming into the tri-oval. That was weird.
Ooh,
you know, Corey got a big push, maybe from Kyle Busch behind.
Oh man, that's a hit.
But what I love about what I'm seeing there, I know that was a heavy impact, but look at that new wall that Daytona Speedway has put in with a safer barrier. Much different angle than what Kyle Busch hit that wall with, and that's because of the improvements they've made.
Watch the 83 get a little. Did he get a little loose here? Maybe not. He looked for the inside.
Yeah, the 55 fell back a little bit. He got a big run and he went to go to the inside. The 83 did of Corey LaJoie, and unfortunately just made contact in the left rear. It doesn't take much.
Right through this travel, Mike. Your car is so free through here. If you just touch it, you can spin it out
In real time.
Whoa.
Oh.
120-mile-an-hour impact.
I guarantee it took him a while to catch his.
That's as calm as I've ever heard anything else in a situation
here
like
it goes.
this.
It's down.
Yeah.
Right front's down. You saw the sparks.
Caution for Jimmie Johnson.
Have failures, maybe another cut tire because they didn't really fix it, or maybe there was something that was damaged that you couldn't see because they did it so quick to get back out there. And not only do they damage their car, maybe cause injury to their own driver, but take other innocent victims out as well on the track.
And Mike, when you go in the garage on Sunday morning, the
lane making some progress. If you want to duck out, say you're about where Timothy Peters is right now. You want to be a part of that closing outside lane?
Oh! Contact and into the wall.
Hang on to it here, man. Hold the brake.
Oh, the 19 of Austin Cindric hard into the wall.
Looked like Chase Briscoe got into the back of the 18 of Noah Gragson.
Wow. A lot of damage.
We also talked stage racing.
Youth versus experience.
We talked everything that could lead to us seeing the biggest crash fest we've ever seen with these young, inexperienced racers pushing too hard too soon.
What a disappointment, that 18 there of Noah Gragson. There's the 29 of Chase Briscoe.
Check it out right here that's the area in which it looks like this accident starts. Right there, just an awkward push from the 29 truck of Briscoe into Gragson, and these guys scatter from there.
The track gets blocked.
You hit that grass over there, it tears the nose off the truck. Look at that wreck. They're still wrecking late into it.
Down in the grass.
At that point, it becomes like a spider web just catching trucks.
Look, it was just a situation where it looked like Gragson went up, and Briscoe was on him, and they made contact.
Yeah, the 7 of Brett Moffitt had that outside line. It was a little bit seized up there, so we talk about how the fact you can't hardly see through these trucks very well. He was slow and looked like Chase just got in the back of Noah just a little bit.
Or did he?
But it doesn't take much. All it takes is the slightest bit of contact.
It looked like Gragson maybe was just trying to maneuver in behind the truck ahead of him and could have gotten loose.
Clay Greenfield with the best opportunity to have a great run here. He's in this.
It has every sign that he hit him, but that one angle, Phil, it didn't look like he was up on him when the truck started weaving.
Hard hit for Austin Cindric, that 19 truck into the outside safer barrier. Let's ride along with Austin Cindric, see what he saw here.
Right in front of Chase. Chase is on the one in front of you. Easy up. Go low. Back it down, back it down, back it down.
Just needed a couple of feet, Phil, and he's through on the inside.
How about this time from the 24 of Scott Lagasse Jr.? Watch it.
Inside only. Get on their door inside. Inside only. You have more help coming here. Go on. Check up. Stay at the top. Hurry up. Watch the silver craft. Get on the brake. Clear down.
He could have escaped without any damage, Phil.
Yeah,
just
sort of minor contact there, it looked like.
Slid through.
Right in the middle of it all.
A year ago, this is what stage racing is all about. There's 10 points on the line and one precious playoff point here for the guy that wins this stage. Oh, and they're going to crash.
Bell and Moffitt contact, and the caution is out. And for the second year in a row, Christopher Bell involved in an accident. Significant damage to the 7 of Moffitt.
I don't think there's a great deal of damage to Christopher Bell's truck, but Brett Moffitt more than likely is terminal.
He's done. Bell for the second year in a row, Vint. This is just bump drafting gone bad.
Watch the 23 of Spencer Gallagher. Like he might have just gotten into the back end of that 7 truck.
He
just
got out
enough.
He got out to the right side of the bumper, Vince, and I think that's what turned Brett Moffitt around.
Luckily, no more than just a couple involved. You can see right there.
Maybe that's why Matt Crafton dove out of that pack.
Cars coming onto pit road. That was key. They got in their box smooth. The least important part was speeding on exit, and that's what they did. Oh, there it goes.
Contact between Peters and Bell. Can Bell gather it in? Definitely some contact. And the 5 of Corbin Forrester through the grass tears up the front end of that.
A lot of damage to Bell's truck.
Watch the replay here. The Timothy Peters in that white truck.
He got a little bit sideways, I think, Mikey.
Yeah, just loose. And Peters just does an amazing job of avoiding this accident. And then Corbin Forrester would just really know where to go.
Yeah. Look at all the damage the grass did to the 5 of Forrester's truck.
Right along with Christopher Bell. Second time he's had an issue in that spot tonight.
Matt Crafton, with my experience, and Timothy Peters behind me.
Oh, John Hunter Nemechek is around.
No caution yet. There's the caution.
And the caution is out. You see all the damage that Nemechek has suffered throughout the course of the night already.
Well, here's the big question. We've seen teammates work together all night long. The leader of the race take the outside. The guy in second, let him in when they throw the green. There's only going to be a couple of laps to go inside line, but I'm going to take the outside. You have to let me in. Does he trust that he gets let in?
There's John Hunter. Just gets a little bit loose coming off the corner. It gets away from him. His dad, Joe, did an amazing job to avoid him.
And that's right there where we talked about. Exiting the corner from the bank to the flat. Right there, loose.
Just when it flattens out, that rear goes around, keeps it out of the outside wall. But remember, though, we had a restart early in the race when GMS did that. But Christopher Bell from the outside got such a good push, they got it in between GMS trucks.
That's a champion, Matt Crafton. Can he hang on? He's got a big lead.
Don't get out too far.
The final lap, Crafton in the 88 in front.
Johnny
Sauter inside, it's 3 wide.
Making that hole.
Forced his way to the middle.
Middle of 3. You're middle of 3. Come on, 13. You got a guy coming to you. Not over. Keep digging.
They're crashing. Rhodes into Crafton.
Keep digging. Damn.
Crafton up and over.
And Kaz Gralla, looks to me like, will win this race.
Huge crash at the end on the final lap. And Kaz Gralla, the youngest driver in the field, the youngest driver to win a pole award in NASCAR's Touring Series history.
We'll have to wait and see NASCAR, but he sure looked like he was the one that emerged with a lead.
You can see, no surprise to me that exiting the corners when the trouble happened. It just was a very aggressive push.
Yeah, it looked like Grant Enfinger was trying to help. Ooh, look at Matt Crafton up and over.
There's Johnny Sauter up in the middle of the mess. Grant Enfinger was pushing right there when the track flattens out.
Yeah.
Around goes the 27, catches Crafton, who thought he was home free.
exactly in that spot where you said you didn't want to be pushed, where the track changes a little bit of that elevation.
It's nearly impossible to do it cleanly, and this is just way too much right here. Enfinger would have been much better off just to tap his partner, tap his buddy past Crafton, but he got too aggressive. It's the last lap, you understand that. But look at the impact by Timothy Peters. And look at Gralla just sneaking through that hole.
Right through the middle. And how about Austin Wayne Self right behind him? Chase Briscoe as well as Crafton goes up and over. Wow.
30-some hundred pounds of race vehicle just floating around like a feather. That tells you how fast these guys are going and how crazy things get at the end. He's still not on the ground. Awesome camera work, guys. This is beautiful. I mean, it's terrible, but it's
Scott Lagasse. Watch Matt Crafton over there. Completely up in the air.
Unbelievable. So thankful that everybody's okay.
We saw Crafton in that truck, the yellow 88, walk away from this mess.
Look at it land on the 21 of Johnny Sauter.
Scott Lagasse.
There's Myatt Snyder, the 51.
You see Lag.
Too much. Also asking for clearer information from his spotter, Kevin Hamlin. Caution out for the second time today, Chris. That's the 40. 18-year-old Brandon Hightower that goes for a ride as he entered the tri-oval. Was running 34th at the time, and this gives us an opportunity to update a couple of things. Green, who had those problems earlier. Here's a look back at what happened to Hightower coming off of turn 4.
If you're going to get loose, Kevin, you know this. It's going to be exiting 4. That track flattens out in a hurry, and around he went. I don't know if he got a little help or not, but that's certainly a really tough place to drive when you're on worn-out tires.
Yeah, we don't have a real good view of how it started, but it looks like he just lost it. And I think if that's going to be the case, it's really going to start showing guys out there.
Remember that teammate thing I said about behind Elliott? He decided he needed to be on the bottom. That's a Chevrolet teammate. I mean, not a company teammate.
Oh, we got trouble. Tyler Reddick in the 42. That's Ryan Reed. Garrett Smithley through the grass. Spencer Gallagher gets a piece of it.
Oh, and they're still wrecking. William Byron. Kevin, you said it. You talk about mistakes on pit road, and look where that put Byron.
Yeah, you have to do everything you can to not make the little mistakes to try to avoid all this, because you never know when it's going to happen, and you're safer towards the front.
There's Spencer Gallagher with some serious damage.
Jeremy Clements. Saw at least 2 rookies involved in that. Cole Custer, Spencer Gallagher, both got damage.
Momentum, and you hit them too hard, and around they go.
Watch the 42.
Off of the bumper of the 24 of Scott Lagasse, it looked like. And then they just kept wrecking at him. I'm surprised they couldn't get them mowed down. That happened right near the front of the field.
Yeah, and I think what happened there is the 42 was almost going down, and it's like the car behind him, the 24, just got him off center in the bumper, and it just hooked him to the right as he was pushing him.
We saw the same thing last night in the Truck Series on lap 1. A bump draft gone wrong. And watch these guys just trying their best to work their way through this mess.
At 42 is Tyler Reddick, driving for Chip Ganassi. Going to share that ride this season with Kyle Larson.
1 out front, 1 inside.
What a job of driving that was.
Good job, buddy. Big
Daniel Suarez just snaking his way through there. Woohoo!
Third caution of the day at Daytona. Going to put the red flag out. 5 laps to go in stage 1 here at the World Center of Racing. Eric Almirola.
And watch the job this cat does. Look at that. The whole world's right in front of him, and around he goes, but no serious damage.
Brad Keselowski, who led a number of laps early, got shuffled out of the draft, lost track position. He did make a trip down pit road to get some damage repaired. 5 laps to go. Pit road went on the 5-minute clock, have met minimum speed, so their 5-minute clock is gone. Good news for them, and what a hard hit. Brandon Jones nose first into the outside wall.
Oh, man. That's a shame. Look at the cars. Brad Keselowski sneaks through again. Ryan Sieg's going to make it. But Brandon Jones, Daniel Suarez, Bubba Wallace. Look at Algire's car.
I'm going to tell you what, guys. That was a hard hit.
Oh, Hemrick slides up the track, gets into Allgaier.
Jones hit it once, rebounded, got hit again, and turned once more, exact same location, into the wall.
Michael, I don't know if he got loose right there, if he was going up to get a side draft, or what really happened to the 21 right there to cause him to go up the track.
And possibly could he have hit some of that speedy dry maybe, and it made him just change lanes all so slightly. But you can see he's heading in the wrong direction when they come into turn 3.
I've been here before, and you go in there and you feel like you can't turn the wheel. You've been into turn 3 a lot where you feel like you can't turn the wheel, and it looks like it might be a similar situation to that, but he just goes up.
On board with Daniel Suarez.
11 still with you. Keep digging, keep digging, keep digging. We're in it, guys. We're in it here. Got hit from behind and nosed up to the fence.
Really get a feel for the violence of that hit. My.
Brandon Jones, 2 hard, or excuse me. Yeah, Brandon Jones, 2 hard hits.
I'm glad I changed my wording on that.
Looks like just probably some damage, Kevin, from earlier contact and rubbed the right front fender. And
yeah, I saw somebody smoking, and I have a feeling that it was probably his car and his tire hitting that fender, and that's the result of it.
Benny Gordon right now showing.
Ryan Reed said, I need a playoff point. I need some regular season points. I'm going to the front. Oh, no.
Crash, Brennan Poole.
Yeah, they're wrecking behind you. Do not lift yet. Do not lift, okay? Back her down, brother. It'll be 1 to go.
Brad Keselowski got into the back of Brendan Poole in the bump draft, and it went wrong. I talked earlier about how precisely Keselowski was pushing on William Byron. Have to try to figure out how that happened.
I said green, white, checkered. I was referring to that green, white, checkered flag signifying the end of a stage. Here's what brought out the caution.
Bam. With the experience of Brad Keselowski, Kevin, did you see anything there that makes you think that wasn't just typical bumpers not matching up, bump drafting that went wrong?
Stagnant front by a half. Right lane solid. +1 in front.
See how it was just a little bit off center? You know, with these cars, you have to have them dead center. And it was just, he was just a little bit to the right, and you have those 2 crowns lined up with the front and rear bumper, and it just turned him to the right. But I mean, that's how hard it is to do this bump drafting. I mean, we watched Brad do it for what, 2 or 3 laps earlier.
And caution. Ryan Sieg also finds himself inside the top 12 as we head toward 40 laps to go.
Oh,
there's one breaking
trouble.
free. Matt Tifft in the 19. He kissed it a little bit. Caution is out. 8th one of the day.
He just blew it.
Nice job keeping it off the wall. Fire it up and roll there if you can.
I believe if I'm the 5 car, we're going to have to get to the pits. Wow, how about that? Right in his lap. Get in the pits and maybe try to put some tape on that hood. He almost had bigger problems than that, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, you just see the tire blow right there.
Nice evasive move by Michael Annett to get up on the round Matt Tifft, and Tift's going to slide down and just
of that 88, and as soon as he gets there, it'll almost become dead air. And
oh, there it is. The best car we thought all day long in a bump drafting mistake just went into the wall.
A number of big cars taken out in what is our 3rd big crash of the afternoon. And among them, the dominator, Elliott Sadler, who had led 40 laps and swept the first 2 stages of this race.
I'm telling you, Michael, I think what is happening here is these cars are going down the straightaway. They're high. They're higher than they used to be because they don't have all that downforce pushing on the back of the car, and they're just light in the middle of the straightaway.
Stability in these cars in practice yesterday, and as you ratchet it up and head toward the checker flag, it just gets worse and worse. Austin Dillon approaching the 1, gives him a little bump, knocks him out of whack.
Even when these cars are square, they're just so light in the back that everything has to be absolutely perfect or it causes another big wreck.
You know who this caution is big for? William Byron, who didn't pit under that last caution, took the wave around. He was not going to be good on fuel. Now he will be, and right now he's scored in the top 10.
Just that easy to take the most dominant car of the day and crunch it up. And look at William Byron. You talked about him, Adam. He's off-roading through the grass. I don't think he hit anything. I don't know what his splitter, what kind of shape his splitter will be in, but he narrowly avoided that wreck.
So unfortunate for Elliott Sadler. You see Joey Gase, Ray Black Jr., Ryan Sieg,
Ryan Reed
just mowing the grass down that back straightaway.
Here at Smithly.
Wow. Happens, just happens so fast.
Very, very tough situation for Elliott Sadler, man.
Chance.
That 88 is stout.
But back behind him.
Oh, there they go.
Interesting. Ray Black Jr. around.
Ring up behind you. Caution's out. Keep rolling forward.
William Byron around.
Caution is out. 10th one of the day.
Not a lot of damage to that 9 car. He's been down in the grass before.
I can tell you the grass has gotten a workout down the backstretch. And they will be ready to have the grass torn up for the Supercross race here in a couple weeks.
Look at Joey Gase dragging, sparking, but making some ground. And Ray Black Jr. squeezes in a hole. And I just don't think he knew Michael Annett was on the outside. Spun around, clipped William Byron.
I like the aggression, though, out of these drivers because they know the opportunity that's in front of them.
Those guys right there is where things are going to go wrong. See there? Black just tried to get over to the right. Casey Kane was there. Comes off of Kane. William Byron said, I got to get out of here. Check out Ray Black. He knows there's a racetrack over to the right somewhere. He needs to get back to it.
And there was no more room for Michael Annett. He was all the way against the wall.
I'd say William Byron has got yellow line, 3 wide as they come through the tri-oval behind him. Reed looking for the checkers. He's going to get it. 2nd career victory at Daytona. And they're crashing as they come across the start-finish line.
It's over. Oh my God! That is what.
Through you, Clint. So
Watch
you're
this
right.
again. Watch this. I mean, he is definitely
Talk
coming.
about
Here's
close
Boyer
calls.
right here. Here comes it.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh, that was just absolutely.
I mean, he made a late decision to come from the track onto pit road or onto the flat there. It certainly
I
doesn't
agree.
seem like it's slowing down.
You know what, Jeff? I think.
And Clint Boyer is also in. All green flag stops.
Whoa, Kyle pushes
no.
around. Big wreck.
Wow. There's
Dale Jr. got involved.
all juniors in it, and Matt Kentz is.
And Ty Dillon and Eric Jones are all piled up in turn 3.
What the heck happened?
The 18 just turned around. I don't know if he got himself in a unique position or the car got loose right there going in the corner or he had a tire going down, but it just turned around in front of everybody.
A lot of damage to the 88 car.
And that Toyota plan of drafting together appears to have come undone.
All right, let's see what we got.
There's
There he
Kyle
is.
Busch.
All by himself.
Boy.
Oh, it just
Whoa.
turned. I mean, that has to be a tire. There's no way that car just jumped around like that without something happening to it. I mean, he just lost. That thing just went sideways.
They were working their way through some slower traffic right here. I can't imagine that there was an aero situation there, but
something cut that
it
tire.
definitely
Did he
turned around in a hurry.
Did he make contact with that car he was passing?
It's a good question.
I didn't see any, but
Nope.
we can look at it again.
I mean,
He's just right there. He's all by himself. Now watch. All of a sudden that car goes around like a left rear tire maybe went down.
Before that, he and Michael McDowell were pretty close together on the racetrack.
Junior almost go up on two wheels.
Jimmie Johnson scoots through.
No, that thing just turns around, Mike, all by itself.
You're right. McDowell was nowhere near him.
Right.
Kyle Busch has gone to the garage. He is out of the Daytona 500 per the new crash damage policy rules. Here's what Kyle had to say.
Fantastic. Well, that's left rear. I think it was the right rear. Right rear went down. Just entering turn 3.
Wow.
Nice miss by Elliott Sadler in the 7th.
Dicey down the back straightaway. Cars get a little bit loose and crazy as they get the end of the back straightaway.
I mean, do they think it's 10 to go?
Trouble. Here we go. Here we go.
Jimmie Johnson got turned, and they pile up behind him.
14:48. I mean, the whole crowd. There's a 10. Wow. Lord have mercy. There you go.
5th caution flag of the day. 7-time series champ Johnson. Clint Boyer is in it. There's Jimmy's Chevrolet all torn up, and he's climbing out. DJ Kennington, Denny Hamlin. Now watch Jimmie Johnson outside, 2nd row.
Oh, they got 4 wide. What happened was the 1 car, he snuck to the outside of the 48 getting into turn 3, and the 6 tried to go to the inside. Just not enough room to make it 4 wide right there.
And Mike, I know you won't. The cars are the most difficult to hang on to at the end of that back straightaway. They're light right there. Any touch, any move can spin you out.
I got you. I've not only seen this, I've been a part of this. Jamie McMurray pulls this move a lot. He sticks his nose just right there on your right rear quarter panel, nudges his way in there, and makes some great moves, but it is very aggressive.
Caution is out once again for a big pileup in turn 3.
It seems that maybe it swung his way at this point. And
turn 4. 3 cars spin down to the inside trying to save it and stay off the wall, and Stenhouse, Bain cannot. They impact the inside wall coming off 4. And Elliott Sadler, the 3rd car spinning with them.
Blaney got in it too. He's 3 Fords there got wiped out. You just see them racing like they're racing right now. It's just kind of a product of what you're going to get.
But that's what I don't understand right now, DW. To me, there's still plenty of laps left in this race. Don't understand why they're 3 wide, bump drafting.
And now watch the 21 here. Ryan Blaney with Elliott Sadler and Jeffrey Earnhardt behind him.
Was Blaney coming to pit road there?
It almost looked like it because it looked like he was trying to drop down.
Sadler maybe had to avoid him.
It looked like the 21 was definitely dropping down.
He was slowing.
Yeah. Yeah, look at him. It's either he's out of control.
He either got loose coming off of turn 4, or he was headed to pit road. Either way, they had to. The 7 of Elliott Sadler had to avoid him. That made contact with the 17, the 6.
Let's watch in the back straightaway and see if Ryan Blaney has his hand out to indicate that he's pitting.
He does. Now that's a signal. That's signaling to the cars behind.
Look, it's going back down. Dylan.
And here he comes for the lead on the outside. On the inside, excuse me, that's Gabe. Big trouble.
But did they not wreck?
No, they're wrecking.
Suarez to the inside along with Newman. Cars piling up to the outside and all the way across the track.
Was that?
They're still wrecking.
Oh, McMurray's involved. It almost looked like the rear bumper of possibly Chase Elliott had got turned into somebody.
Ty Dillon
straight.
What a mess. Good grief.
Landon Castle.
Let's see
now
what
one of the
happens
cars
now.
we'll keep an eye on
That's the one right there.
Jamie McMurray.
And the 24 in front of him.
Oh, he tries to go to the inside, make it 3 wide.
Yeah.
Gets to the left rear bumper of the 24 of Chase Elliott, turns him down into, I think that's Michael McDowell, and that just starts a chain reaction. Boy, McMurray's just super aggressive. I don't think those Hendrick teammates are going to be real happy with him.
Oh, goodness. This is amazing.
Right.
This is amazing.
McMurray into the back of, Chase Elliott.
Yeah.
So
McMurray's going to try to go 3 wide, and there isn't any room.
Guys, one of the things that happens when you're pushing somebody, you're in control of their car. And what that does is create an opportunity for you to jump inside or outside of them. And it works sometimes, but man, is it risky. You never know if you're going to be able to get inside or if they're going to block you. And that's exactly what happened. He kind of got Chase a little bit out of shape. He went to go inside there, and Chase, I don't think he had anything he could do. It just almost turned him.
Well, when the
cars come shooting across to the inside of the track, watch this 31 of Newman do a whole lot of agricultural racing right here. Wow.
Like snow plows.
Jeffrey Earnhardt,
which is not useful in Florida.
Involved. And we're under caution again for a multi-car crash in the Daytona 500 on Fox.
He knows there's a lot of laps left to go in this race. Oh!
Trouble again.
Trouble again.
Here we go.
And across comes the 23, Joey Gase. Big slide. And that splitter digs in when it gets to the grass. Brendan Gaughan is involved. And we're back under caution for
like
the
a very
8th time.
Similar thing where somebody was bump drafted and looked like it just didn't get squared up on his rear bumper and turned him into the outside wall. Like Chase Elliott, oh, you know what's going to happen? He's going to get to his outside, and maybe he's not going to know he's there. He's going to come up. Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
You can see
happened.
Chase tried to back out the last second. He realized that he was going to come up, just not quite soon enough, and turns the 23 into the outside wall.
And after that, car won't steer.
Nope, left front's all caved in.
Yeah, he just had no idea that Chase Elliott had a big run on the outside.
Trying to lock it down, but scrubbing off speed is difficult until you get there.
That'll slow you down. Just a bam.
Pancakes the outside wall. Brendan Gaughan actually missed him, but then spun trying to regain control. One crash ago, Daniel Suarez was taken out of the race.